everybody. How y'all doing, man? Welcome to Third Eye, bro. We got Frank, Khaled. We got a special guest, my boy Steph, up in the building.
What it do?
And, you know, me, of course, Big Ed, Big Easy, whatever you want to call me. And Gabe is on the way. So, what we started out talking about, like, what y'all got? Y'all want something? I mean, y'all got something y'all want to talk about or something new? Then came across your mind?
Well, talking about people getting offended when you don't use the right pronouns. It's Gabe.
It's Gabe that came in the building. He got the lazy mic. But yeah, okay, so, all right, we was outside and we was talking about the different...
You got it,
Yeah, I just don't handle those very often.
I said that's the late mic.
That's the late mic. But yeah, okay. So we was talking about...
It looks like kind of like a sport thing where these guys are like sports commentators and you like coming after a game.
Right. Out the locker room, we about to ask him some questions. So you know, this is the first time going for 150 yards. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What you thought about the game?
Like, you know what I'm here for.
Right.
He's like, I'm not trying to do this.
Right.
All right.
You know what I'm here for.
But like I said, I don't know, man. We was talking about mentalities and how people get offended over like the comedy show. We was started out with talking about that, and we was talking about how people will come to a comedy show and get offended, but if you come in to laugh, you know what I'm saying? Like a comedy show, enjoy yourself. But if you getting offended based on what somebody looks like and you think they're not supposed to be saying, you know what I'm saying, then you need to just like not go to comedy shows or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
It depends though, because a lot of these new comics, like I'm a newer comic too, but like the newer guys, their first step into jokes is just like, let me be as outrageous as possible.
Yeah, no, one thing I've noticed
them looking stupid.
is like all the young white guys that start comedy think they're gonna be the next Anthony Jeselnik.
Right.
Like, they're just gonna get up there and say something offensive or stupid, like beat my kids or
Right.
dead babies.
No,
And then it's like,
funny.
oh, that's not
But
funny.
I mean, the thing
thought it was
is, like,
easy.
You got to get in that benefit of the doubt because they don't know yet. They ain't found their voice yet. They ain't found none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When I first came in, I sounded like Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Like I was literally doing his jokes, but I was
that
Dave,
delivery
doing that cadence and all that
right.
junk. You know what I mean? It's because I didn't know that I needed my own voice. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to go with what I thought was funny.
Right.
And at the time, dude was the funniest. You know what I'm saying? Still is one of the funniest dudes out there. So it was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I think that's like you can't help but like act like the comics you love. Sound like.
That's coming in, because that's your influence, you know. And then once you get into your little comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, you find your niche. You start seeing the difference between when you was emulating them a lot, you know what I'm saying, and then you like, okay, I'm at my own niche now. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to just figure out like who I naturally am on stage first. You know what I mean?
All right.
A lot of people say you emulate. Or let's think I'll go up on stage and I'm trying to be gross. I'm trying to say disgusting things. But then you spend time with me like, oh, he actually is this.
Right. Exactly.
Every day.
Right, and that's that'd be the.
Like, he's really that way.
He's really when I think it's important because I don't like watching. There's a couple, but like watching comics where they go up on stage and it's a different person.
Totally,
I don't enjoy that.
And that's what we were saying about like white comics saying the N-word or saying like racist things on stage and stuff like that. Like
you don't do that in your real life.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you ain't really out there doing it, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like I mean, my thing is this. Like I said, if it's a joke.
I'm waiting for I'm not to cut you off, but I'm gonna be waiting for the next Ku Klux Klan comic. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna kill the scene. He gonna kill it.
He gonna kill the scene at Ku Klux Klan meetings because if he come around our shit,
I'm saying the funny one. You know what I'm saying? Like the comedian Klansman.
Like the
right.
Right.
You know what I'm
comes
saying?
off the stage and put his hood back on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Real.
Like the clay memes, the one that sits at the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cracking jokes.
Like, why don't you come up here and do it? All right.
This guy's a cut up.
All right.
But nah, I mean, like I said, like, I don't know.
Oh, with white guys saying the N-word? Yeah, I want to, what is the, or not just white guys?
It's like I was telling them, like, the thing is this. I can get up on stage, me being a black comic, I get up on stage and talk about whoever I want to and say whatever I want to, and everybody gonna laugh. White people gonna laugh, whatever. White comic get up there and say something about black people. the white people in the crowd gonna turn around and look at the black person first before they start
get
laughing.
that
You know what I mean? And it's not the same. It don't. And it's like, why is it like that? It's all jokes regardless. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like, don't get offended. But like I said, if I come on stage and then I'm talking the front, and he outside, you know what I'm saying, dropping N-bombs, then, you know what I'm saying, he gonna catch these hands. And so, like, but on stage, I let it ride. Like, you know what I mean? You tell the jokes, whatever. Nah, I don't know.
It's a bad look, though. No, it's a bad look.
It is a bad look.
Yeah, you gotta run the joke by me before you bring it on stage.
So, like, hey, how you feel about this?
Yeah.
This monkey joke I'm about to tell you. Hold on, bro.
See, a good.
Monkey in the jungle.
Right.
See, the white comic will have to come on stage and introduce himself as albino first. And then, you know what I'm saying?
If I do it
I'm
like
not
that.
white, I'm albino. Nigga, like,
Don't
and they
ride,
go,
man.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I don't know,
Cat's
man.
Cafe with that, you gonna die.
Yeah, you gotta pick your spot, you know what I'm saying?
It's better just go over there and be a white person.
Right, like, just be who you are, bro.
And it's more like likely that one of those white girls will like talk to you before a black person would. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
Those people like
Oh,
there's
be
those-
no, I don't know, but you shouldn't go there with it. No.
Yeah, go to
With
the
the race
strand
stuff,
with that.
yeah, you're in the age of Black Panther and stuff, man. Power, man. They're ready to
Folks
start
too woke, they ain't nobody sleep no
Too
more,
woke,
bro.
yeah,
Right.
But yeah, you got, you know, there's a lot of tension, man, between Black Panther and Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, the racial tension is at an all-time high.
Between a
Specifically
fictional
Black
character and
Yeah,
a
because you gotta look at Trump.
Donald Trump is a fictional character. What are we talking about here? Like, come on, bro.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, the whole image that surrounds him and how he got in, he brought up a lot of racial tension in his candidacy, not just his presidency, but his candidacy brought out a lot of tension, man. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, it wasn't hidden.
Right.
Excuse me, it was hidden. When he came
it
out,
was
is when
there.
people felt like they could be like, all right, I could be up front
Right,
with it,
right,
'cause
right.
my
Yeah.
president is doing
Well, people were
it.
already
You know what I'm
kind of
saying?
up front with it when Obama was.
But see,
on
right,
stage,
yeah.
Right. See, the thing is, we never had, like, as far as the race issue goes, it's always been taboo after the 60s. You know what I'm saying? After that little movement died and stuff like that, it was always there. We never talked about it, but it's like, if I don't sit back and if I can't sit back and have a humble conversation with you about how you feel about anything, you know what I'm saying, whether it's offensive to me or not, like, it's the same respect that I want when I get on stage.
Yeah.
I might offend a couple of y'all, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't a bad guy. You feel me? This is how I look at the world. I'm not out here trying to just like straight up harm you based solely on my prejudiceness. You know what I'm saying? Because we all prejudiced. We all come with a certain way we look at
Well, that's true,
people
but
and
the thing-
shit.
Also, the thing about Trump is that it not only has like black folks, but every minority like giving white people the side eye. Because it's like even like as an Arab, it's like really like you're trying to ban us.
Right.
Like, you know, I was like, this is the first president. Be like, let's ban Arabs. It's
Like, you know what?
yeah, like trying to do a recall, like it's like bad lettuce.
Well, he was the first one to be blunt because you gotta look at Hillary. Hillary was calling black kids like super predators and stuff like that.
Yeah, she
You
was
know what I'm
more
saying?
low-key with
She
it,
just
yeah.
came with it. I mean, but what I'm saying is this
I don't
here.
know about that.
I'd rather you come straight. Patrice O'Neal did a perfect stand-up on it where he was talking about he went to the gas station, and when he go to the gas station, the Arab would be there. He say the first thing he would ask them is what they feel, how they feel about Saddam, and he said if the dude was like, oh fuck Saddam, you got the gas prices too high and stuff like that, he said he'll spend his money. He said, but if he go in there and do it like, oh I love Saddam, he's the greatest, he said he just leave. You feel me? So he was just talking about like he still had to talk to. You feel me? The person before I could sit back, and that's not what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's caught up in they own little psychological box on what the hell somebody's supposed to say and think this solely based on the image you have. You know
You
what I'm
gotta
saying?
have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hear both sides.
Right.
You know what I mean? Regardless if you agree with it or not, you can just agree to disagree.
Right.
Keep it moving. But
Well, see, that's what the powers that be want, because if we're not articulating, because everybody's getting screwed. You feel me? You just might be getting screwed with a better lubricant than I because you white or whatever like that, but we all getting screwed in the
why, baby?
You feel me?
Yeah.
Put
But we all
Vaseline in
getting
it.
screwed, and if
Yeah.
we go to having that conversation, excuse me, if we go to having that conversation humbly on how to fix a lot of problems, then they will get fixed. Like how is it that you can sit back and have all these blighted properties in the inner cities and different parts of America.
Yeah.
But you got homeless people. You feel me? Like, how does that even add up?
Well, some people want to be homeless. I know this
True
girl.
that.
This girl I knew growing up, her dad came back to the family and did all that. Yeah, like
that's just white people trying to
Nah.
for a school project or something. And, I'm
Doing something for Vice, like I want to be homeless for.
No,
See what it's like.
no, because you got like what it is
Board at a party
with the homeless.
Bought your car.
Get some car.
I need
Right,
cardboard.
right. It's fresh cardboard, like waterproof cardboard and stuff like that.
And a paper cup.
But now, the mentality is what he's speaking of. Like, if a person that chooses to be homeless, they choose to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? And not solely based on, okay, I just want to see what homelessness is like.
Yeah.
They just don't do the stuff that me and you do. They don't okay, in order to stop being homeless, you need to go out and get a job. Even pursuing your dream that got all us in here right now, you still know that you got to go get that money to pay these bills. For a lot of people, like, that adapt that lifestyle, it's like that's not important to them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know though, because you look at some of the most famous comics right now, all of them was homeless. You know what I'm saying? At one point, Jerry Seinfeld quit his job to do comedy full time. You know what I'm saying? He was a waiter. You know what I mean? And one day he just woke up and was like, I ain't doing this no more. He quit and went straight just doing comedy all full time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Freaking Steve Harvey lived in his car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some of the dopest comics out. Word, they wanted this to be their job, wanted comedy to be their job.
Right.
So they was like, I ain't doing nothing else. So they was broke. You know what I mean? I've been homeless before. That junk is not fun. So it's like, shoot, I could legit, you know what I'm saying, just stop. That's what I'm doing now. I don't do nothing else but comedy. Now I don't even do comedy because I ain't got no whip. But, you know what I'm saying, I need to put that on the radio, you know what I'm saying, but whatever. But you know what I'm saying, like, still, it's like, when I had my car and I was going to y'all saw me everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I had to do. I was going to school, you know what I'm saying, sitting at the house, getting fat, and doing comedy. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all.
Well, put your job and be homeless though for comedy. You gotta get famous before winter.
You gotta you gotta really be doing it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but see, even with that, going into that homeless phase, you still was motivated to get out of it. We're talking about the person that just sat back and just, like, he been doing homelessness for like 20 years. He getting ready to retire.
He get tired of it fast.
He was getting ready to cash in on his homeless retirement benefits. He been doing it so long.
I don't know. I don't think it's nobody walking out their house like, you know what? I want to be homeless, like, for the rest of my life. Hey, you know what I mean? Usually it's people that done had a job for, a certain amount of years and junk, and then they got laid off, and then they family turned their back on them, and they start doing drugs or something. You know what I mean? It's always like, it's always like they falling down some steps, man. There's some steps to homelessness. You know what I mean? It ain't just no, like I said, with the comedy thing, these people made the conscious decision to quit their job.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And do that, as opposed to somebody who,
they were thinking about it for a minute.
Slipped into freaking homelessness, like, dang. Snuck up on them, and now you don't have nowhere to turn. You know what I'm saying?
They say snuck up on them.
Yeah, it's like a ninja. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you got
splinter cell.
You got levels of homelessness. You got a rich homeless dude, he got a car. You can sleep in it.
Right.
And you got middle class, he got a tent.
Right, you got different grades of it.
That's the rich homeless. Right. I guess I was rich homeless.
No,
but I was over.
Right.
You're sleeping on forbidden.
Okay, so then the ghetto homeless is the ones with the tents in the woods and stuff, or that's the ones with that can't afford the cardboard. They just scraped it up.
Oh, just the
you can't afford cardboard. We still look at this. I'm trying to figure this out. Where's this? Who's buying cardboard, bro?
No, I know the
Walmart get cardboard for free. Like, ask them for it, and then give it to you. They'll take it to the back. Like, hey, you want this TV box? It's kind of big, bro.
They got a whole dumpster full of cardboard.
But no, that depends on what city you in and what time of year it is, because they actually start charging for cardboard boxes because people be moving out of colleges and things like that. So Walmart and grocery stores like that would charge you for cardboard boxes. So then you gotta wait.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When you
so you gotta sleep under the bridge and then wait for boxes to become free.
What we talking about here, man?
Where would you sleep? Where would you sleep homeless in the
When I find a subject, I jump in.
What's a good floor?
Under a bridge.
What's it?
I mean, it's still gonna be cold, but the wind ain't gonna blow up under there. You know what I
I think an overpass would be better because it's quiet.
That's what I'm saying. Like under an overpass.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like the ocean. Like if you go into like one of those underground MARTA.
You say what?
That's the biggest worry.
Hey, nah, I'm just saying. Yeah, but I mean, nah, in Atlanta, your biggest worry for crackhead smoking collapse one of them. That crackhead didn't collapse that bridge.
Yeah.
Stop.
What you were saying?
Speaking of which, like I remember the day that I remember thinking, like, cause I remember it was like last year that collapsed on like a Thursday night, and I rode MARTA every day at the time. So I was like, man, you know, now like if I was a terrorist, this is when I would blow up MARTA. You know, when everyone's got to ride MARTA, right? Like, so the next day when I was on MARTA, I was like sketchy. I was like, yeah, I was like watching everybody, and there were like these two like really like preppy white girls that got on the train at Midtown, and they were holding this box with these wires coming out of it that looked heavy.
But that would have been the first though.
Yeah, I was like,
that would have been the first. Preppy white girls blowing some shit up like that. You know what I'm saying?
But look how small the difference is between a terrorist and a regular person. He had the thought like that. Man, if I was a terrorist, I'd blow this thug up.
Yeah.
It's just like all you got to do is do it. That's the difference. Just doing it. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. We all had them stupid thoughts like, yo, like I ain't gonna sit in front. Like I ain't never thought like, man, I wish, you know what I'm saying, this dude driving slow in front of me, like I just want to hop out, like, you know what I'm saying, I wish my car had missiles or something, like, you know what I'm saying, like something stupid that just kill somebody.
You know, my thing always be, I would be like wishing I had the power to rejuvenate myself or whatever, like put myself back, because I would slam my car purposely into, you know what I'm saying?
I used to have a joke about this, like having extra men, like if you got extra men, like in a video game, like you go eat some mushrooms, and get it, you know what I'm saying, and you about to kill somebody, but like, hey man, I'm on my last life, bro, like chill out, you know what I'm saying, like,
till you get to the next level.
Like I'd have been killed my wife like 3 times already. Yeah. She had extra men. Like, yo, I got this mushroom, eat this.
Yeah.
I ain't married, y'all. Whoever watching. Don't beating women.
If you had like 3 lives though and you'd already last 2, you'd be like paranoid as hell on your
all the
last
time,
one.
yeah.
But we're already on our last one. We don't even think about it.
Yeah, we on our last life.
But if we had 3 and we already lost 2, like
you be doing stuff reckless.
I gotta wear rubbers.
You be doing reckless junk. You know what I mean?
Wait. See, so if you got an STD, you just kill yourself.
I would never wear condoms if I had 3 lives until I was down.
All right. Try to do like, let me see what this AIDS thing is really like.
Be thirsty, drink pond water.
Right. You know what I mean?
I got 2 more lives.
Said I can't swim in there. All right. Bet that up. Hold my drink.
Right. Go to the bathroom barefoot.
Hey man, what y'all think about that OJ? Y'all ain't see that OJ confession?
I didn't watch it.
It was old. Yeah. I understand it's old.
Man, I mean, bro,
OJ, that was closer to the time he did it.
Yeah, right.
As opposed to now.
When he wrote the book,
I'd rather it have been that.
When he wrote the book, I was already skeptical when it first happened. You know what I'm saying? But the more and more you paid attention to the case, you was like,
he did.
You know what I'm saying?
No, like
how old were you, Gay, when the case happened? You remember?
I was probably like 8. Yeah. So.
No, I didn't even like live in this country when that happened. So like, you know, when I came over, and people were talking about OJ. I had no idea what they were talking about. But then I was watching The Naked Gun. You know those old movies he was in. I saw OJ Simpson in the credits, and I thought it was like a joke. I was like, oh, trial obviously happened before these movies. And then I saw him, and I was like, oh shoot, like, that's OJ. Like he's a movie star.
I'm saying, like, did you think he did it when you was that young? Like, did you know anything about it? Like,
nah, I didn't know anything about it when I was that young.
Yeah,
I remember the verdict.
Like I'm saying, I was skeptical on whether he did it or not, because you never know with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, once I started paying attention to the case, because I'm a little older than y'all. You know, I'm 42, so
I'm 36.
Yeah,
ain't too far from you.
So I was watching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, once they was talking about like, because the only thing that got him off was the glove. All the other evidence convicted him.
Yeah.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? But the glove got him off. And,
dude,
and they still look like they kind of fit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that far.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even the picture,
No, you can squeeze a little.
But
no, we covered that. We covered that in like a law class I took in college.
Yeah.
And like the teacher was like this little white lady, and she was like all about it. Like all these years later, she was still like butthurt.
Yeah, you can't hypothetically do nothing. Like, you know, you can't hypothetically talk about killing your wife. You know what I'm saying?
He
or like
he
ex-wife
forgot
or
to say
whatever.
hypothetical like
A
7
couple,
times.
dog, like, and he
Like,
had a
after I
whole.
stabbed her,
None of it was
I mean,
none of it was like, then I would have did this. He was
Right.
like, then I, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
he
did
slipped
this.
into that because
I
at
did,
first
you know what I mean?
he started off saying hypothetical.
Like,
But
bro.
you're right, he never said, and then I would have.
Yeah.
He was like, hypothetically,
this
I
happened.
did, you know what I'm saying, like that.
No, but what was that character that he was saying? Like he like
Charlie.
He slipped into like the Slim Shady alter ego to this famous guy, and it was like, and then he forgot to say Charlie. He's like, yeah, I had to get the bloody clothes out because that shit make a mess.
Right.
And then it's like, bro, you're falling off.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah,
You
he.
can see him looking back at his lawyers and stuff
Right.
because they're all like,
Shut up.
Right. But see, you know what? I always say karma is real. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, out of all the black people that have been on trial in jacked up situations where you know they were innocent and stuff like that, he gets up. We didn't care, far as the culture went, whether he did it or not. We wanted him to get off.
It was just a black-white thing.
You feel me? And then the thing is, though, what came back around, look at your savior. OJ was the first Trump. You feel me? Like when you look at it like that, cause like I mean, for like his,
like he polarized.
Right.
White and black.
he brought the tension up, but the thing was, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing was, we were so pushing, like, nah, he gonna get off. We didn't care whether he did it or not. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. And then when he got off, everybody celebrated and stuff like that. But then it was like, okay, here come the book. If I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Like you dry snitching on your right. You were supposed to be quiet. You could have went anywhere. You could have went in the hood.
This track.
You know what I'm saying?
You should have dropped that on the beat. That'd been harder. He like, I got, you know, he caught a body
But you know,
with a white woman.
Right, but when it,
That would have been harder than any Migos song.
right. But I mean, like, so, but like now it's funny to me. Like, I don't, like, when you was asking me how I felt, like, what I thought about it, I mean, to me, he did it, or he had some involvement in it, or whatever.
Did it.
Huh?
Did it.
Right.
No, you think he did it. Come on, man.
No, the only reason.
I would have did it.
The only reason, like,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the same situation, bro. Like,
you done bought her house.
She
and
was a
everything.
hoe,
on, bro.
yeah. So.
come on, bro.
Right.
But the thing is, they would have caught me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I wouldn't know how to get rid of none of that stuff. It's like,
Right. He didn't get, but that's the thing. He didn't get rid
He
of
didn't know either.
nothing.
OJ's dumb.
He didn't get rid of
They said
He
left
really
his
did.
ID in this
He
pocket.
really
OJ's stupid.
He walked out of the boxes.
But that's
with a knife in his
CTE
hand.
though. You don't think you don't think that might come from CTE though? Like from him getting hit in football, all that junk. Because a lot of them cats.
You think it was the
is nuts.
concussion?
Dead serious, but I mean, think about like what made him think that was the, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing. I wouldn't. You
That's
know what
what
I'm
it
saying?
is.
I definitely wouldn't have killed my wife or nothing like that, but or my ex-wife or whoever she was at the time. But I'm saying like when you taking them Trump, you know what I'm saying? That's trauma, bro. I know how I am, and I got PTSD.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? And I have to be careful around certain
Right.
people. Like people have to be careful saying certain things to me.
Right,
It's
right.
like yo, at any given moment, it's like
Stab 2 people.
you know what I mean? It's just like yo, and then
At
it's
any
over.
moment.
Right. Right. Okay.
What happened?
You know what?
What you want to eat, stuff it?
That could have been his perfect alibi or reasoning or whatever as to why you let him. Because you gotta look at this before they knew about concussion. But when
They
he
knew.
played, it was a lot of no. I'm saying before they cared
They
about
didn't exist
concussion.
yet.
Let me say before the people knew. You feel me?
Wow,
Just
come up in 2017, like what's concussion?
Right.
Like,
Well, I'm saying before they had the protocol, cause
Yeah.
they knew they was sending this dude back out on the field with this concussion and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But when he was playing, it was still like a lot of white people and a lot of racism going. So he was taking some hellified licks. You know what I'm saying? In the huddle and everything like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he come out, bruh, and like I say, his whole everything about him, it does not speak to like a leader. You know, like we was trying to push him to not the leader, but the poster child.
Well, then he said he wasn't
You know what I'm
black
saying?
and all that.
Yeah, it was a whole thing with him, man.
He hung with pretty
that-
much nothing but white
yeah.
folk, man.
But that was
like,
before
but they
the murder,
accepted
right?
him though. Yeah,
Right.
this was
Yeah.
when OJ was OJ.
And
you know
college
what I mean?
and all that stuff.
They
like
used
that.
they used to love that fool. Like
Yeah.
he was the second come. He was Jesus black people. Like, but for white people, but as a black
Black
people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
For white
Right.
people.
Yeah.
That was their token.
They loved it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was their token where they
It
could
should've been
sit
the
back
book.
and say, I got
That
a
should have
black
been the
friend.
book title. Black Jesus for white people. Man.
See, talking about what
Who
all
is that
kinds of
now
shit.
though? Who was Black Jesus for white people?
OJ.
Still?
No.
But I was
Oh,
like,
I was just
right
saying.
now,
like,
Back in the
who would
day.
be that right now? Like,
Bruno Mars.
No, he's not black.
He's not black.
he ain't black though.
Who you say?
Say Bruno Mars.
You think?
Oh.
You think what he doing is cultural appropriation?
Maybe like Herman.
No,
Cain.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
See,
You say-
as the white
you say
person
who-
in the room,
Do I think?
Bruno Mars is not it. Like,
Hold
just
up.
saying that.
You know, two different stuff, but who do you think would be the Black Jesus for white people right now? Like if OJ was the Black Jesus back then, who would be Black Jesus now for white people?
For white people?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. Like, okay, maybe Steve Harvey. Maybe Steve, because Steve on everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You got Family Feud, bro.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
might got a
up
point,
there.
man.
Yeah, as far as
I would say it's a little dated, but Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady definitely made.
He had his.
he kind of tapered off after he worked with Dave Chappelle and did that skit with him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like
Wayne
after
Brady
that-
was probably like Moses or something. You know? He was like Black Moses.
Right.
Maybe The Rock, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I go for
But
that.
The Rock's not black, is he?
Rock kind of black.
He's
They
Samoan.
pretty much. He pretty much count.
He's probably.
Kinda.
Well, The Rock is black, then Bruno Mars is black.
But I don't think they the same type of Polynesian though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Polynesian.
Are they Polynesian? I don't know what they is.
The
They
Rock's
Samoan.
Samoan, ain't he?
And I
Yeah.
think he mixed with
But
black.
like,
black-
but Bruno Mars is
hey.
like Puerto Rican and Filipino or something.
yeah.
Steph,
They
you
don't
need
count.
to push that for applications. Black, kind of black.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm kind of black, man. Like
We can waive it. Yeah.
Right.
when I need to.
Yeah.
When I'm filling out for a call, we not, nah, I ain't the black. Like
Like
credit
black,
card.
kind of black. I voted for Trump. Like, oh, he got the job.
Yeah. But nah, man. What I was saying, like the thing about OJ, bro, he just epitomized like why you shouldn't put stock in anybody other than yourself. You feel me? Cause like when they put him up as that image, as time went along, he proved more and more like he did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like cause I watched the documentary on it where they was talking about why it all happened, and they covered him going to college, everything like that, even the Rodney King situation where the police got off, and they were saying that was him getting off was in retribution to the Rodney King verdict. You know what I'm saying? Because a couple of his, I think most of the jurors were black, and it was a lady that she interviewed, an older black lady. She said, I didn't care if he did it when I went in or not.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
saw that.
She was like, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So to push him out there and say, all right, him getting off is going to determine whether or not I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? As a person, period, puts you at a shortfall. Because even on the other side of the spectrum, for a white person to sit back and be like, he got to be guilty. If he's not guilty, then you know. But all these time, and like I said, all these years prior, you had white people getting away with murder. You know what I'm saying? So the tension was always backing that up.
If he kind of like won the case because he had a black jury, then he should have come out and been like a little more pro-black, like a little more.
You should have shut up, and I would have disagreed. Bro, you got. We said a white
I
woman,
see what you're saying.
but
You
you.
know what I mean? Like he should have been like.
It's
not
like
with
the
white
people that I turned my back on saved my life. You know what I mean?
If it was a white jury, they would
Right.
have put him. They would
I would
have.
have. I would have left the country. I would have went to Africa.
Yo,
You would have had to.
I ain't going to Africa, but I would have
You would have had to
done
do. Bro, you bodied two white people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
good one. The good Africa. South Africa. Not like.
Hey,
Not the.
You bodied two white people.
But you know what I mean.
Like
bad
those,
mouth
like,
Africa
Beverly
right
Hills
I ain't
now.
bad mouthing
Right.
Africa.
You didn't-
Beverly Hills white
Can't
people.
It wasn't some
Go to
Wyoming
South
white
Africa.
people. Yeah, like,
With the trailer trash.
it wasn't
you know?
trailer trash. It wasn't some 8 Mile white people.
You kill high quality white people.
Yeah, like-
you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't no
Like,
A-bomb.
It was like,
But yo,
it was
but
nice.
you said something about him putting stock in himself. You don't think that's what he was doing when he was hanging around the white folk? He was putting
no,
stock.
not him. Not him putting stock in himself. I'm talking about people putting stock in somebody other than themselves. You know what I'm saying? No matter what title it is that this person, like I said, once they put, it's the same thing. Like right now, a lot of people that will want, like the undercover people, like you were saying, that was racist. We was talking about earlier, that put stock in Trump. Because you show the Make America Great Again ones that voted for him, but that wasn't the majority of his votes. It was people that you didn't know.
Yeah,
You like he kind of borderline might be. You know what I'm saying? That went and voted for him.
Like if you asked them,
to them, they're looking at him like, man, why did I vote for him? You know what I'm saying? Because you put stock in that race shit. You know what I'm saying? Like once you put that stock in like something, like I say, other than you. Because that's the only thing that you have control over, your happiness and everything, unless you're dealing with certain issues. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know,
there
man.
were white people that surprised me. They voted for Trump, and I was disappointed.
Like who?
Like my buddy's dad, my buddy's parents. Like they couldn't have been nicer to me as a kid, and they're like rednecks and whatnot. And they're really cool. They always knew I was in the air, but like it was just like always treated me. They never said anything ignorant. But then when it came up, like the dad and the stepdad voted for him. That surprised me. The dad didn't surprise me because he was like, I just want to see the country get burned down to the ground. Like he wants an apocalyptic president. He like one of them crazy like libertarian.
Right, he
people,
ready
like,
for it to go back to where it was.
He's like, we need to go all the way back to the beginning before we start again. Trump's the man for it. And then I almost like respected it. And I was like, I see your reason.
He want to go back to war. Like let's really see if y'all mean what y'all say.
Yeah, he's like,
you know
he
what
wants
I'm saying?
to see this shit go burn and then build it up through the ashes. But I was like, it's not
America,
They go out of this.
Because America as a whole, bro, the identity of the nation is an arrogant one. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, like I heard in the stand-up before, we don't know a lot about any other country outside of America, most of it, and we don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those Patrice.
Yeah. But everybody else that comes in, you know, like they're proud to come here. You know what I'm saying? And want to be a part. They've been thinking about this stuff before they got here.
Yeah.
But we don't even care to like visit Cuba unless we go in there and tear the city up. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Look at it like this, man. America like LeBron James. Ever since LeBron James was a kid, he been told he was great. You know what I'm saying? He was the best. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then after a while, you had that mentality. America's the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? We always thought we was the greatest country on the planet ever since that jump started. You know what I mean? I always thought we was great. So ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you different hundreds of years later. You know what I'm saying? It's like people that live here now is like, this country sucks, and then you get punched in the mouth. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we don't. You know what I mean? It's like that. You burn an American flag, you get killed. Like somebody gonna they trying to kill you. They threatening you, whatever. Because everybody thinks this country is amazing. Everybody outside of it hear that and be like, damn. America must be dope. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think one of the things that's changed that though is that like when all those police brutality videos started going international, other countries looking at America like I didn't even know that happened over there. You know what I mean? Because they don't see like those parts.
Yeah, you don't get to see none of that.
Milk and honey and everything like that. But when you
get
get here, you realize there's certain parts.
That milk is spoiled, guys.
Like what we was talking about when remember we was talking about how you could be in one part of Atlanta and go right around the corner. And you like, ooh, Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got that here in America. Like, that ain't fault. You know, I ain't got to go to what Trump say, the shithole countries. You know what I'm saying? To see that, I can just go around the corner in certain spots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't been to Bankhead since, like, shoot, 1999, boy. Stays away from that. Now, it's probably nice now. I don't even know.
Especially part of it is.
I don't go back, bro. Like, nah. Been once, had a bad experience.
Gentrification shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they gentrifying the hell out of everything.
Yeah, man. I went back home and it surprised me that they had down bike lanes.
Yeah.
Like all my life in the area I grew up, you would have never thought about no damn bike lane. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah.
Like once you put a bike lane in the hood, then now you know that's the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of kicking the person out.
Y'all
that's
being
the
colonized.
Yo, I'm
y'all
saying.
being colonized.
Thing is, you know. This how you know a neighborhood. This when you know a neighborhood is safer than you think it is. It's when you see white people running in the morning at like 2:30. You jogging in the morning about 2:30 in the morning around the neighborhood, Joe. White people getting outrageous, man. Like you like, dang, this
and
about
it
to tell
sneak up on us too.
Yeah,
like
bro.
before you know it, like your neighborhood is just changing. We need like black power biz to like warn niggas. Like, the whites are coming. The whites are coming.
Riding through the streets in an Impala with 22s, like, yo, white people's coming.
Who would be your ideal
It would just be like, it just be the nigga that's outside the most. Like, it's always somebody that's walking up and down the street all the time. In my old neighborhood, it was this tall dude with braids. He just walked from the store to one end of the street to the store on the corner, and then back. He never came back with anything. Like, he just walked.
But see, what it is, you can't use him. Because if he just walk, like, if you've seen this and you know this about him, if he just walking down the street saying the white people come, you
But no,
know the hood.
no, you won't. But no, you won't, because
hood,
he walking all the time, like no matter what time of day it is.
Right.
So he gonna see something when you at work or when you at school.
Is he the crazy dude from the block?
He's not crazy. He's not crazy. He just ain't got a job.
His job is watching the neighborhood.
He's in ready to roll. But if we all pitch in to give him some money just to warn us when the white people are coming, he'll be able to afford something when he go down to the store. He come back with something instead of just walking down
have
the
like
street.
de-gentrifying forces coming into these like go around the city and then just pull all the crackheads into like an ice cream truck.
I'm just saying.
And then like release them and Buckhead just be like, run. Like attack.
I would probably need Obama to come through saying the white people coming. Through the hood.
That's too high profile.
Yeah, he can't watch every hood.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you getting ready,
like that's awesome.
when you know you're getting ready to take over a certain city. Like if it was just happening in New York first, then that's the first trip on his journey. Because you know,
But see, you need somebody who know the neighborhood.
Nah, man, I want designer to come through. It's like he was in that video.
You be going to stand.
You know what I mean?
right? Okay, so there we go.
You know
Like
what I mean?
that's what
I
I'm
want
saying.
somebody
Like,
dope, like
letting you
that
know
I'ma
it's
hear
getting ready.
all the time, like from everywhere I'm at, like niggas just yelling for no reason. Like, why are you yelling? Calm down, bro.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely. Yes. That's what's gonna be weird because when Atlanta becomes all white people, it's like, you're gonna lose all the magic that is Atlanta.
It ain't becoming all.
Yeah.
But Atlanta's gonna move.
but certain,
they're gonna go like Atlanta's gonna become what is like Clarkston, and all, people are gonna think of that as Atlanta, and it's just be like the business district.
You know what? That put me in the mind. It might still do something because the boy about to come out with a special. I want to watch. Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Where he just got out of jail after like 20 years and he going back to the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? But his whitewash now is a little more whitewash. You feel me? So it's like.
I know he did 20 years.
No, it's the sitcom. Right, the sitcom is where he's coming. Everybody got serious like, he did get in an accident.
No, that's arrested for it.
That's a good idea for him.
But yeah, so it's in that same like it's gonna lose its flavor because like I said, when I went back home, like everybody and their mama every time they hear my accent be like, oh, New Orleans, I want to go, blah blah blah. So, but it was because of the appeal that New Orleans had. You know what I'm saying? But that appeal was very, it had a lot of urban characteristics to it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a melting pot of all different cultures or whatever. Anyway, when I went back, it went from that to now you got the more bourgeois white people moving in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's different.
You know how they pronounce it in New Orleans, man?
Yeah. Bourgeois.
That sounds like something they eat
like that's the way you're supposed to say that.
Yeah, bourgeois is a French word. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's
No, you're
like,
right, though.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bougie probably the bad way to say it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have
I think bougie's actually the wrong way to say it.
Bougie is probably like that, because we don't even speak correct English over here, dog. Nobody sounds like the Queen of England, dog. I'm sorry.
I mean, but that don't make it incorrect, though. That's just like saying Ebonics is incorrect.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's just a dialect. You know what I mean? There's different. You talk to a Spanish person from Mexico and then talk to a Spanish person from Spain. That's still Spanish, but it's two different dialects of the same language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my point. Like when I say that, like nobody, like, cause people always like I say shit like Earl instead of oil. I know how to say it, but in my natural habitat where I came from, it was Earl. Yeah. So
I just laugh at the way, like, cause I even laugh at my grandma the way she pronounces it, cause her accent is so plain on me. She's Arab. Like, so like she don't. I know that just cracks me up. Like,
see, I didn't got used to that.
I don't think it's the wrong way to.
You know what would offend me is the person that act like you didn't understand what I said when I said Earl. Yeah. I didn't just say Earl by itself. Okay. It was a context to it. And that's what I'm saying. As long
gotta have context.
As long as I could get what you're saying, how you say it, like enunciate it, isn't really as important to me. Now I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing I did see is two people. Like it was a dude from Africa and it was a dude from like India. Like they all look like y'all just got here. The Indian dude working in the gas station. The African dude was driving cab. This shit sound racist. But the funniest thing was they got mad at each other and went to cussing each other out. Right? They went to cussing, but they was cussing each other out in English. You feel me? So, but
that's the only way you gonna understand.
But you jacking it up, like you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't even putting like.
You ain't combining the cuss words like they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You cussing like a little kid, like on Xbox. Just saying them because you can.
To be understood, they want to be understood.
Yeah.
But they do cuss like little kids for it. It's like you're a bad person.
Right.
They have to say shit like that. They can't even think of nothing.
But I would sit back and I just get comfortable and go into my own native tongue and cuss, man. Because it just, to me as an American, listening to two foreigners try to cuss each other out in English.
Can't cuss over here because I want to tell. I can show you exactly how they cuss, but I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? There'll be too many messed up cuss words all strung together. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. It'd be funny to me, man, like to see that. You know what I'm saying? So you threw for 1,000 yards, man. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel like
yeah. I kind of feel
like, let's get this interview over. You know what I'm saying? My knees hurt. I need to go ice them now. Y'all
start looking off camera.
He look like the R&B singer that just don't do interviews. Like he's just sitting there like your agent made you do this.
Right.
Classic album.
You part of this show all the time. You sit quiet like this all the time.
No, they set him up. You got set up with the mic.
Oh, with the weak mic. Do you know
No. I ain't talking about with the weak mic. I'm just saying.
Come up, I chime in, man. Like that cardboard box thing. That's passion.
Yeah.
Like you remember that class?
That's passion. That's from my past. Like that happened. Like not because I was homeless, because I was a college student. And I'm like,
hey, he came up with Gabe's Heaven, like the people that could get into heaven.
Yeah.
I
Gabe's got his
forgot
own.
about
Black
that.
Jesus for white people.
Do OJ
So I contributed.
Can OJ get into Gabe's Heaven?
OJ, because of what he stands for, I put him in purgatory.
What's the prerequisites to getting into Gabe's Heaven?
You can't be a Weinstein. You can't be.
You immediately out.
You can't message Instagram models.
Yeah, you can't be one of them dudes that's like being nice to prostitutes. Like if you pay
that's a different level of creepy.
Because it's creepy.
Right.
You can't.
But Gabe's Heaven sounds somewhere creepy. That's how.
No, if you're a nice dude and if you paying for a prostitute, you holding the door open for her, like that's ridiculous. You paying her directly, so you don't have to do that. Like that's.
Yeah.
Like if I open the door,
that's chivalry. You
it could be a discount, like you know what I'm saying, on what I pay.
No, I just won't do that.
No, I'm just saying if you
would you do it if they offered a discount?
Some money off.
It gotta be like don't just do it because you're being nice because you feel.
Somebody that like eat a hooker out, like he's not going.
He ain't going either. He ain't in there either because like that's ridiculous. Like,
what if it was like
Jerry not
how do you
make
know?
it up there?
Wait, who got in?
Wait.
Poor Jerry.
Nope.
Jerry gonna be in there. Yo, shucks. I'm gonna go to Gabe Heaven. Darn it.
Wait, who got in though? Because that's what was funny too. Who you let in? Because you said there'd be like.
I don't even remember.
How do you tell if it's a prostitute's first time being a prostitute?
Well, I mean, if you gotta walk her through it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, if you gotta walk her through the process.
She don't know her own prices.
It's like one of those.
Yeah, like you got
Her pimp's prices.
He's
Like
handling.
drug
It's her first time probably.
Yeah,
she
no, there's
she pull out a little rolled up note.
Yeah.
Head is $50. Like sorry you. Yeah. But you been sweating so much that it's all smudged.
I gotta make a call.
Get the price.
Y'all stupid as hell.
Yeah.
That's what. So hookers, pretty much. Can hookers get in the game?
No, hookers can. Like, there's a chance that hookers can.
Hookers could.
I mean, like some of the Johns can't because of how they may behave with them.
So
You know what
hookers
I'm
can get in the gays heaven.
Dudes
like
that like what you said, dudes that like message Instagram, dudes that comment on like when Instagram thoughts go live.
Yeah.
and they be commenting on like the video. Yeah, you so beautiful, blah blah blah. Or then they like try to like flip something she just said into like
some kind of
clever
clever
line.
like
Straight to hell. Straight to hell because they
forever.
So
they gonna be bothering women,
but
they gonna be bothering women when they go up there. Like
that's how I feel about your.
We don't need that.
You're going Chatterbait. You know Chatterbait? That's my.
I've
Is
heard
this
of
like
it.
like that video thing?
It's like
before my time.
The web,
They was doing this in the 1800s or some shit.
Yeah, jerking off the tablets. Hieroglyphic. No, the
text somebody with
carry a pigeon sex.
Chatterbait is like, you know what it is.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
the webcam girls.
the
Right?
webcam girls, and then like you can tip money, and when you tip money, like they vibrate. Something's in them that vibrates.
Oh, you mean like a toy?
A toy, so it
Oh
vibrates.
yeah. Okay.
Some of those dudes on the commentary, first off, some of them are donating so many tokens where like you just dropped like $200 right there. But then some of them, the messages be like love letters. Girl, you look so beautiful in that live.
people. It's
It's
7.
like you see someone-
Wait. But that's like none of these women died off of this yet. Like, do they have to pay somebody?
They can take it out.
Yeah, like, because she said like for like
she getting
each payment.
It look like she getting tased.
Some of them look like
Like-
clear, like
Like at some point, at some point, man, like
Ghostbusters.
like do she do it just for like an hour? Is it like a 9 to 5? Because you
No.
can't have that much vibration going on.
Maybe they
Because there's
can.
too many creeps out here. There's a bunch of cats. Like after he finished hitting his turn, the next creep gonna hit his
No,
turn.
they do it like they time it like synchronized like dolphins. They'll be timing it
Synchronized diving?
So like everybody
Like-
saves up their money, and then like
Yeah,
you're
they
like,
just go and just attack her.
So what if you just go in and mess up?
You can go and Google this. Just Google like this. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. You'll see some ones that got like they got barraged with the tokens, and they keep it in.
All right.
Because if they take it out, then you didn't keep up your end of the bargain. He paid money for that to vibrate in you.
Right, but if she
Like,
didn't do
so
it, he
you
keep
didn't
his
get
money.
to
But
my
I'm just
tokens
saying,
worth
Yeah.
of
Yeah, you didn't
vibration.
get the tokens worth.
like the girl, like when I was just like, do she could
Wow, bitch.
like have a time limit?
Well,
Was
no,
she?
the more tokens you drop, the harder it vibrates. So if you drop 1,000 tokens, which
Okay.
that costs like that's a lot of money.
I feel like
A
you
token
know
is like
the
$1?
Denomination of
I
money.
don't. I
that
never
would be.
paid for the tokens.
He trying not to
But
tell
you
on
get to watch.
himself.
So wait. So if you don't have tokens, you can still watch.
Yeah, unless they go into a private show.
Colette,
But I stopped messing with it. It just takes too long for them to get to something like wow. Like let's go with my regular.
Tell it
one.
on yourself, dog.
Nah, he don't care though. It's
No,
not
it's
just
fine.
physicality
It's
stuff.
fine.
Man. Like-
Yeah.
So do chatterbots females get in the games? Heavy?
Oh, Chatterbait.
Chatterbait, whatever.
The
that's
females
chatterbots.
do. I mean, it's
That's
just
what they do.
Hey,
That's what they should call it.
Yeah.
Stick this vibrator in.
the females do. They're not really doing anything wrong. They just hustling. The guys who are just
Yeah.
paying to make it vibrate, they get into heaven too. The ones that comment do not.
That's what I agree with.
Yeah.
Dan.
I don't know, man.
Like if
But
you
that's
like
just
if
like-
you just dropping money, like I would do that just because it sounds
Just-
cool.
just for-
Like,
See,
They
one
probably
time-
got guys on there too, and
Yeah.
trans.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
care about the guys
No, I'm
or the
just
trans.
saying,
But see,
do it.
Trans
try it
people
on
get in the
premises.
games. Heavy?
but see, that's what I'm saying though. Like you can
That's a
actually.
good way to try out your premises on Chatterbait.
For-
I've been
for
working on
comedy?
this. Yeah, for comedy purposes.
He say, do transgender get in the games? Have
Yeah,
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That the people that you would sit back and look
it's
at.
a moral
It's
thing.
being-
It ain't a-
Slowly
Yeah,
back.
the people that
Full
the
sexy
people
guy
that
did
you
that.
look at as
Yeah.
being
It's a
the
moral thing.
outcast
Like that's
in
not an
society.
immoral thing to be just transgender.
right. Yeah.
It's what you
See,
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, do you have to worship anything to, qualify for gays? Heavy?
You just gotta be doing. You be.
So there's no religion.
Cause I mean,
You just,
it ain't
you have to
religion.
worship- Can't be a
Cause
creep.
people that believe in God can be creepy.
Yeah, you just can't be
I
a
already
creep.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't
So
be-
like, it ain't
what?
religious based.
I'm just saying.
So
I didn't know
mean,
gays
See,
had
man,
like a
you're
Bible.
kinda-
Like,
You're
you know what I'm saying?
kinda
I don't
like
care if
gay
you can be
Bibles.
in my church every Sunday, but
Yeah.
if you're doing like creepy stuff,
So like you're like God in this situation.
yes.
Like, you know, out of everyone here, you are the most like one who I could picture getting to heaven and being like, oh, I knew it. Like, you know, like you as God, I'd be like, oh, I should have known.
That'd be weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be coming out and telling y'all, look, man, this is how heaven is ran. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
But see, this all started from me saying, like, you don't know who God worked through because it don't work from home. I don't think he worked through the homeless no more. It's just like regular people you might meet anyway.
Wait.
You don't work through the homeless anymore.
I'm not. Yeah.
You said he don't work through the homeless?
No, not anymore.
After what was the turn?
So wait. The
Last time
homeless-
you
too
talked,
many people
the last
started
time you
faking
talked to a
homeless.
homeless person.
It's too many people started faking.
Exactly. You don't talk to them.
Well, how do you know that?
He said that's why he's saying that's why they don't.
Because you've been
nobody
burned so
talk
many
to the homeless
times. You've been
people.
burned so many times by
Right.
people faking being homeless.
Let's stop fucking homeless people. You've been burned.
What if he's one of the? What if he's
Stop
one of the?
sticking your dick in homeless people. I ain't been burned by a homeless person ever. Good on that,
Yeah,
son.
but
They had a house, they had a bed, they like
Right.
a whole kitchen and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like God could be
the
like one
warmth
of
of it. Okay.
I feel like God could be one of those dudes trying to sell like earbuds on MARTA.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
To test people,
Yeah.
to test them. Like,
Yeah.
he gotta be. Like, he couldn't be.
Play music really loud on that. Whatever
What was the
speaker.
movie
Yeah.
with Chris Rock and your girl? She was God in the movie. It was a comedy, man.
Down to earth.
No, it wasn't down to earth.
Talking about
it was,
Morgan
Dead Estate?
Freeman.
Oh,
it was Chris Rock, the Alanis
Dogma.
Morissette.
Dogma.
Alanis Morissette.
Was it Dogma? The shit with Jay and
I
Silent Bob in it?
think, I think she played God in the movie. She didn't say nothing, but your boy, it was him. Then it wasn't Bill and Ted. It was the other
The
two.
Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob is Dogma.
Huh?
Dogma.
Dogma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause what happened was in the movie, remember the devil went and attacked the homeless man because that was God. So he had attacked the old white dude, and he went to the hospital, and that's why that was with the whole premises of the story and stuff. Because God had came down as the homeless dude. He got beat up because the devil knew, and they put him in the coma, and everything was going to hell.
It's a horrible cover.
What?
Like just to come
The
down.
homeless?
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
to go from celestial to homeless. Like it's too. The dichotomy is too different. Like you got to.
I mean, he's had a lot of time to kind of do that, though.
So he would come back.
Feel me?
I think he wouldn't come back home. He'll come back in the blue jeans, long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hold the mic like an athlete.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because that's a person that's someone. Because I'm always interested in
he
Gabe
might
Heaven.
be, he might be
Yeah.
like a dude that's like stealing jokes at an open mic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Just to
the
see
way to
how
get
nice.
into heaven is to call him out on it. Is to call him out on it, and
Uh-huh.
then he'll be.
Just be like, hey man, but you gotta be nice about it. You can't
It's
just
like, hey man, do you know you stole all that?
And then you're like, welcome
I
to heaven.
did, and then,
And then
like,
you
boom,
open
then
the
you get hit
door.
by a bus, and then you meet him in heaven.
Oh, you get hit by a bus.
Yeah, or I don't know.
A martyr
Uber,
bus.
I don't know.
That's the worst.
Going
way to
back
get
to
in
what
heaven.
But just like a big fast forward. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, you it has to be something more like that,
Yeah.
something more inconspicuous. Than,
How you ever thought about how you wanted to die? Like you got to choose how you died. How would you die? How
Like
would you
specifically, not just like, well, not long and drawn out, but
go? Yeah,
like
I'm saying like
specifically.
specifically like how
Specifically.
I want to try the. You know how people jerk off and then they hang themselves?
you want to die.
That's how you want to go.
You know what I'm talking about?
Asphyxiation,
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to kill myself, but I would give that one a
Talking
shot.
about like David Carradine.
Yeah, because I heard it's amazing, but you can't. Yeah, not David Carradine. Yeah, from Kill Bill. Yeah.
I
But
heard it's amazing, but you can't do it. Like,
because I don't want to do it yet, because I don't want to accidentally die. But when I get to that age where I can play with fire a little more,
right.
I'll be like, let me get this. My last nut right here. Come on.
Yeah.
How you want to go?
Every
from?
nut's like you're possibly.
It'd be a belt on the doorknob, me lean forward. Chatterbait up.
Yeah. Gotta get rid of these.
Trying to kill her as you die. Like, like I hit her with $1 million of these tokens. Gonna blow her head off.
She died with you.
Blow her brains out.
Gotta take somebody with him.
I won't give her ALS with all these tokens.
Oh my goodness. You got to come out of it with Parkinson's or something. It's like, why are you shaking all the time? Chatterbox.
I look like shit. Yeah, just shaking.
Chatterbait. How you want to go from?
But her corpse
How do I wanna
look like
go?
her body look like what you call it when they find hers. What's your boy just died? The smart dude. Stephen Hawking.
I was just saying Stephen Hawking come out looking like that.
Yeah.
No idea.
When they find her body, that's what they. You hanging and she just looking like Stephen Hawking's over there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all jacked up.
All right, man.
Five of a comedy album.
Oh, there we done.
We got a few more minutes. We got a few more.
Okay.
6:57.
Let's go through everybody else's dad.
Yeah.
How you wanna
I
die
would
for?
want to like die like with that like slow motion jump in front of someone. No.
Bullet?
They get
Catch a
shot.
bullet?
Yeah, and be like, oh, I did
So
this.
you want to
for
die a
you.
hero?
Yeah, that's
you have
how.
to jump so fast. Though.
Yeah. You have to like. I mean, like I don't jump like that normally. I don't even know. Like.
When's the last time you jumped from? Like,
It's been a minute.
I can't remember the last time I jumped. It's like, to be real with you.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't jump no more when you're an adult. God. It's like you casual hop, just like.
It's like stylish. I mean,
How you wanna
I
go?
don't know, man.
Yeah. How'd you want to go?
I just don't want to know when I go. I don't know. I don't care how.
Cop out, man. You supposed to,
I
if
don't
you
know,
could
I'm-
pick,
I'm
man.
trying
Like
to
if you
figure
could pick.
It'd be like eat yourself to death. That'd be cool. Like just like eat like a bunch of red meat.
Like you don't want to die like having sex or
That
something
was
like during
mine.
sex or something like
Oh,
that.
that
like-
was yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, that would be good, but it's just like, I don't know, man.
I
Like,
feel you don't want to think about your own mortality because
Yeah.
you're close, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause you're close.
Oh.
I feel you.
And that's
I feel you.
Now we're done. That's it. That's it. We got.
Nah, man.
Yeah, we got to end on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we
we
done.
gonna let Gabe. We gonna let.
We gotta let Gabe go real
Yeah.
quick.
No, mine was just eating yourself to death.
Eating yourself.
Like eating something delicious and then you just die. Like right
Oh.
after.
Oh, okay.
Not like for food poisoning.
I thought you was talking
heart
about like
attack.
actually cutting your own finger off and
No,
Yeah.
until you got to the
You
point
could just
where
bite.
it's
I mean,
the head.
honestly, like apparently, like this finger, like your little finger is so like weak that you could bite through it like a carrot,
Oh, I've heard that.
like a mini carrot. But
Right.
like in the pain, so you don't do it. But like you could, like right now, we could all do that, like blood
No,
packs,
no,
like
no,
bite
no,
fingers
no,
off,
no.
and then like.
Nah. We gonna end with the what you say? I was.
Close, yo.
Yeah, I'm
You
close.
mortality, you know what I'm saying? You close, you know, don't want to realize your own mortality.
I'm close, and then wait. What
You
was
ain't
the
want to
other
hear
one?
how I want to die.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I-
What's,
No, we was texting. How I was texting with the hieroglyphics.
Oh, the tablet?
Yeah, I'm about to go study up on my young man jokes for next week. Y'all ain't gonna just blaze me like that.
Already, man.
But yeah, man. So I'm glad y'all tuned in. We got Frank, we got Khaled, we got Gabe. We had our special
Yeah,
guest,
what's
Steph,
up?
in the
I'm
building,
about to be a
man.
regular. Y'all bumped that.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, man. You know, however, whenever, man. You know what I'm saying?
Killing it.
Yeah. So yeah.
We're not back next week. We're back in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
next week I'm gonna be out of town. Like I told you, unless y'all wanted to get back
I
next
got
week,
Jesselnick tickets next week, so
you're not gonna be able to come.
I got.
He
I'll
can't.
be in
Okay,
New
so-
Orleans.
Yeah, so all right
I
then.
be here by myself, too. Y'all not.
So
messing
next,
around.
though, not this week, but the following week, man, we'll be back at it doing our thing for season 2. We'll call it season 2.
Nah, season 2.
Yeah, that's the way to end.
All right.
I throw that humor.